Hello, in this lesson we are talking about area, specifically the definition of 1 square centimeter and also how to calculate the area of squares and rectangles. First of all, what is area? Area is the space inside a shape. So how much is the area of a room, for example, is determined by number of chairs, for instance, you can put inside that room, or the number of people who can sit there, or the number of desks you can fit in. These are all factors which depends on the area of a room. Now, how do we measure area? How do we measure any given area? To measure anything, you need a unit. You need to define, for example, to measure length, you need to say, okay, that is my unit and I'm calling it 1 meter and this is that long. And then every other length will be measured against this unit. The same for area, we need to define what is our unit of area. Assume you have a square like this, which each side of that is 1 centimeter. So you've got a square, each side 1 centimeter. Then the area space inside that is defined as 1 square centimeter. Now we have a unit which we can use to measure the area of any given 2D shape. Depending on how many of that we can fit inside that, that will be the area of that shape. For instance, here we have a rectangle. Its length is 4 centimeter and its width is 2 centimeters. We want to see how many of this we can fit inside that. As this is only 1 centimeter across and 1 centimeter long, then each one of them will be 1 centimeter, a square with a side of 1 centimeter. In other words, each one of them is 1 square centimeters, and we are able to fit 8 of them here. So that leads us to the fact that for any rectangle, if I times its length by its width, in this case 4 times 2 will give me 8, which is equal to the number of squares I can fit in. So then that will be the area of this rectangle. So the formula for the area of a rectangle is its length times its width. For instance, in example 1 here, they're asking us to find the area of this rectangle. This rectangle has a width of 2 and a length of 5. That means that I can fit 5 times 2, which is 10, of these squares inside that. So its area is 10 square centimeters. Or simplify, basically you times 2 by 5 and you get 10 square centimeters. And that is how also we write the square centimeter. So you write the centimeter, then to the power of 2. Then it shows that we are talking about the area and this is a unit of area. What about a square? Um, Square also will be the same concept. Um, so the only difference here is its length and width are the same. So for a square, all sides are the same. That's the width, that's the length. And then if I want to find its area, I need to times this by this, length by width, which both of them are just the side. We call it one side because they are the same. So then side times side or side square. So the formula for the area of a square is length of each side squared. Squared means times by itself. So for instance, if I have this and they want me to find the area of this square, all I need to do is square one side. So 4 squared, which means 4 times 4, and that is 16. So the area of this square will be 16 square centimeters. Similarly, if instead of having 1 centimeter, we had 1 meter here and 1 meter here, that will be much larger, of course. And then the area inside that will be 1 square meter. So 1 square meter is the area of a square, space inside a square, that has a side length of 1 meter. If it is 1 meter, then that will be 1 square meter, not 1 square centimeter. We will talk about that a bit more later on. Thank you for paying attention.